Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. It is Saturday, August 12th, so you know what time it is. It's Wax Gaming Weekly Recap time, where we try and go through all the latest information from this past week, plus anything that's upcoming in the next week or two in 15 minutes or less. We had some really big things happen this week, but not a ton of volume, not a lot of different things. But there were some big things that I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I do highlight as part of today's recap. So let's go ahead and dive in there right away with some FGL updates. Cosmic Clash from FGL they launched their big mid or in between season tournament. This time they are doing the Defeat the Horde style tournament. I did a video on it earlier this week, kind of walking you through what it's like, since it is a lot different than what they've done in the past. Again, this is an in-between season type of event. You have a good chance to go out there and win some FGL, plus some prizes from 4 different other projects. So they did collabs with 4 different projects. So it's a good chance to go out there, mix it up a little bit, and try to win some cool prizes. Also from FGL, they announced their Mecha World Dice Tournament that's kicking off here on the 21st, I believe it is. Yes, the 21st. It is going to be another dice tournament. These are a lot of fun. Really good chance to win some FGL in these tournaments. Plus, you can go ahead. They're basically PvP tournaments, and there's a good chance to get some other prizes in there. More details to come. I'm going to go ahead and do a walkthrough on that once it's available. Again, that kicks off on the 21st. And also just a reminder, Outlaw Troopers season is just about halfway through. They just finished the second week, kicked off the third week here a few days ago. So that is pushing forward. This is also a good chance to win some prizes. They do some really good leaderboards and prizes throughout all the FGL projects. So it's definitely something to be interested in if you like the space genre. So definitely take a look at that. Next on the list, we have Parsec. This is one that I also highlighted probably about a week ago. They did their Commander sale this past Wednesday. The large and the medium sales packs did sell out. There's a lot going on with this one. It officially kicks off alpha on September 1st, so more to come on that. But if you have Commanders or you have the PFPs, you can go ahead and stake them and start earning the in-game token, which once it's gone, from the mining perspective, you can't really get anymore. It has a limit of 1 million tokens within the game itself. So once that is out and distributed to players, it's distributed to players. So there's not any more mining. The only way you can get it is within the player economy. So that staking is going on right now in preparation for the September 1st alpha launch. Next on the list, I wanted to go ahead and note one more thing with Parsec. If you were able to go ahead and grab some of the commanders, what they're doing is they're going to go ahead and do a blend coming this Monday, the 14th, where you can go ahead and blend 3 commanders, whether it's 3 of the same type, or you can do a random one with 3. You can go ahead and get an elite commander. More details to come on that. It might actually be, by the time you're watching this, that information might be available. Remember, I record these on Friday and then show them on Saturday. So there's might be a little bit more information that comes around these elite commanders. But if you think about it, there's only 150 commanders per faction. So if all of these get blended into elite, there's only going to be 50 elite commanders per type. Remember, it's per type of them, per faction. So these are going to get extremely limited as we continue forward with this, and they are not required to play the game. They are just a bonus within the game. Again, all those details were in the video I did about a week ago. So if you're all interested in this, go ahead and check out that video. It kind of walks through all the details in the white paper, and eventually we'll go ahead and do a gameplay review of this once it's available in alpha. Next on the list, we got Anook Studios. At the time of this recording, it's not launched yet, but it will be launched here on Friday. It is the bridge between Wax and Rebus. It's one of the big things that they're going ahead and doing. It is basically the starting point for a lot of bridges that they're going to use with Anook as a mining architect. We've talked about that in the past. I've also talked about they're already starting to work on a Wax Hive bridge, and I know there's other bridges that they are going to be doing here. So this is a big step, continuing to link a lot of the blockchains together to make it as easy as possible jumping between the blockchains, which I think is essential right now in the bear market with what's going on and everything. I think it'll help bring people into Wax. It'll also help Wax players understand that there are other games or other blockchains out there and make it a little easier to get into those if they want to get into those. All right, next on the list we have Taco. They went ahead and they kicked off their final Cryptia / Alien Worlds event for the season. It is live now, so go ahead and check it out if you're in a Cryptia. Also, just a reminder that they have a new game, Combs, coming out here at some point in the future. Hopefully more details come late August, maybe sometime in September. Hopefully we'll get some more details around that. And once we have that, I'll go ahead and bring that to you in a separate video so you're aware of the latest and greatest coming from Taco. Next, we got Nova Pangea. They did a creature drop. I did a video on this about a week ago also. I think it was last Friday, I want to say. 2 Fridays ago by the time you're watching this. Where this is a big expansion into their game, adding the creatures and that into the ecosystem. And it also sets them up for doing PvP in the near future. More details to come on the PvP, but this is a big expansion into the Nova Pangea game. So check out that video, check out their Discord for more details on this pack drop that happened this past week. Then we got Wombat. Just a quick update from here. They kicked off Season 12. They also did a pack drop related to Season 12. So if you're into that, that is moving forward. There's been a lot of announcements, a lot of different items within the Wombat ecosystem that have been announced recently. The one thing I'm still waiting for an update on is Dungeon Worlds. But in full transparency, I have not read through the meeting minutes from this past week's AMA with the team. So this season, Dungeon Master Season 12 is running. It's live. You can go ahead and start playing it. A little hint, if you're in Dungeon Worlds and you're looking for MP or mining power, a little tip for you, pro tip, check out Wax Bulls. Just throwing that out there. They're cheap, high mining power, at least as of the time of this recording. That may all change. Not financial advice. You know the deal. Just a little tip. Just throwing that out there. Something you may want to take a look at. Next on the list, we got Realm. They went ahead and ended Season 8. That just finished this week. And then they are going to be kicking off the next season here in about a week and a half. By the time you are watching this, it'll be the 21st. They'll go ahead and kick off the Season 9. I'm not sure if there's going to be a pack drop, but I know there's going to be some additional features that are going to be added to the game. You can check out their Discord for all the details around that. But if you're into Realm, whether you're going for the leaderboards or just playing for fun, because it is a fun game. I do have to say, I don't play it anymore, but I did enjoy it. It got a little grindy when you got to trying to keep up with the leaderboards. But if you're not trying to keep up with the leaderboards and you're just playing to have fun, it's a fun game. I enjoyed it. I have to say that. All right, so next on the list, we have Waxaworld. Big news out of them. They've been quiet for a long period of time. They have been slowly developing the housing side, but it looks like they jumped into the PFP ring. This is actually the second round, to be fair with them. They were actually in the PFP in Wax way before a lot of the bulls and the apes and all that fun stuff. They actually had what they were calling avatars back then, but same thing as PFPs. They are going to go ahead and drop a new line of them soon, really just around the game feature. So if you like the PFPs, it's definitely something worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of the ninjas, the pixel art style. I like what they're doing here. It's going to be interesting. So more to come on that. Go ahead and check out their Discord, or you can go ahead and check out their website, waxel.net, for all the details for their PFP drop. Next, we have Forsaken. They have a drop coming up here. It's less than a week by the time you're actually watching this. This was announced on the 8th. So go ahead and check out their Discord for the drop in the card store. If you're not familiar with what Forsaken is, it's a card-based game, PvP, where you're going ahead and competing against other players. War style, war genre. Seems really fun. I still have to do a test one. I say this, I think, every single week. It's on my list, so we'll definitely get that out here soon. But if you're into it, there's a drop coming here in a few days, so go ahead and check that out. Then we have Zombie Coin. Just want to go ahead and announce this because they have a whole bunch of updates going on this month. You can go ahead and check out their Discord and see all the updates that they have coming and dropping here shortly. For example, they have the expanded in-game store dropping here on the 15th this coming week. Plus, the 22nd seem to be a very large date as far as some of the items are dropping. I'm going to be going ahead and doing a full video on this because I find it interesting. I like the fact that they're continuing to develop, and this is such such a big expansion. So I wanted to go ahead and do a follow-up on my previous walkthrough to show you all the different additions that they've added to the game itself. And then we got Colonize Mars. They went ahead and by the time you're watching this, they did a data platform launch. I'm not playing the game fully, so I'm not sure all the details, but it basically enhances the realism and it's real world impacts, which I always like to see within games. So go ahead and check that out if you're playing Colonize Mars. And then we have a few new ones on the list that I haven't really talked about in a while. We have NFT Draft, and this is for anyone that is into the pro football in the American side, the United States side. When I say football, I mean actual American style football. If you're into the pro NFL league that is kicking off here in about a month from now, what NFT Draft does, it's similar to fantasy football. So if you're into that stuff, this is going to be a fun game to go ahead and check out. Again, not financial advice. I will go ahead and do a review on this closer to the season, probably around the end of August, once they have all their updates rolled out. But they are announcing some additional details, definitely worth checking out for football coming up here shortly. And then last but not least, there was a sale this past week for NFT Battle Miners. They have a new expansion, the Shadow Depths expansion. They are going to be kicking off their season 1 for this. They did a beta for it and it got rave reviews. So they're going to go ahead and kick off season 1 on Saturday the 12th, which is today. Maybe by the time you're watching this, it's already available. So go ahead and check that out. The sale was this past week for all is. From my understanding, it sold out pretty quickly as far as these passes go. I'm hoping to grab one off the secondary market because this is one I keep hearing about, but I have not had a chance to test it out yet. So coming soon. Hopefully I'll be able to do a gameplay review on this one also. And those are the updates. Please let me know down in the comments below, did I miss anything? I know I went through them pretty quickly, but like I said, there's some big things that happened this week, but not a huge volume of things that have happened this week. So we'll go ahead and keep track of what comes up here in the next few weeks. I have a sneaking suspicion, and this is just a guess, end of August, September is going to be a very active time on the Wax blockchain. So I'm kind of getting excited for that, getting riled up for that. So we'll bring all the news to you once it all happens, once it's all announced. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.